John, time to celebrate in the Class 2 mile. How's he come through his last run?
No, he seems okay. He's been racing pretty consistently. Since we put the blinkers on a few starts back, he's been good, ridden quietly. He's been finishing the races off okay. So I think he's going well enough.
How do you see a low draw in a small field panning out?
Well, small fields are always tricky. The tempo of the race can change quickly, and I think it's always a little bit tactical, and it's, sometimes you can get a result that's not expected. But we can't sort of worry about that too much. As long as the horse is fit and well and he goes out and does his best, he'll have a chance of winning the race.
He won 3 in his first preparation. Do you feel he's getting back to that form now?
Well, he would have been on a much lower rating then. So I think he got up to 95 and he's come back to 90. So he's on a figure that the way he's been racing, he's capable of winning another race. But in the middle of Class 2, it's probably hard work for him.
Karis Circuit 3 on debut last time out. How did you rate the performance?
Yeah, he's a nice little horse. His trial before the first run was good. He's still very a mature horse. He still doesn't know what he's doing right at the moment. So we thought he was ready for a first run. It was good that he went to races so he could learn quicker. His run was very good, but very green in a race, and finished off the race pretty well.
He has been missing the start in his trials and he just missed it slightly on debut. How do you break a bad habit like that?
Like I said, he just doesn't know still, how to be a proper horse yet. But I believe he's a really nice, smart horse that will just improve from here. That's why I say he felt like he was ready for a run, but physically and mentally, I think there's a lot of improvement.
Couple of winners on Wednesday night, taking you to 52, basically the same total as last season. You must have to pinch yourself the way things are going at the moment.
Yes, it's been a great season so far, and I just without the support of the trainers and the owners, you cannot do this, and I really appreciate it. It's just now to just keep focusing and ride many winners as I can.
TIANCHI monster, once he got up over 2,000 metres, it seems to have really suited him.
Yeah, I think putting the hood on as well just allowed him to relax a little bit more. He'd been a little bit keen in a few of his races and hadn't quite been able to put it together, but maybe also been able to get into his rhythm as well. He drew a nice gate the first time I won on him, and he was just able to do everything right. He got the job done and took some confidence out of that, so he's racing well.
Is he one of those horses that just needs sort of that one sprint at them in these 2,000 metre races?
Not really. I think he can stay a little bit, but he just needs a tempo early enough to allow him just to switch off. And once you get him to switch off, then he can play ball after that.
Bit more weight and at the top of the grade, do you think he can measure up?
It's never easy when you're carrying a big weight, especially over a distance. So it's a concern, but we'll just try and deal with it.
Full of beauty, he's taken it all before him so far. 3 starts, 3 wins. He must be pretty impressed with what he's done.
Yeah, he's been good. He's made pretty good improvement as he's been racing. His first start he won by a short margin, and then his next start he was impressive. So he learnt plenty from his first run. His third start he covered a lot of extra ground. He was still able to win the race. So he's obviously making good improvement as he's racing, and I hope he keeps going that way.
Did it surprise you at all that he was able to sit 3 wide last time out and still win it in the manner that he did?
Yeah, it's always a surprise when a horse covers a lot of extra ground and he can keep going. It's certainly pleasing, but he got into his rhythm, and he was pretty relaxed in the run, so he had some energy to finish it off with.
For the time being, you're just happy keeping him at 1,200 metres?
Yeah, I think so. He's winning at that distance, so we'll keep him there.
Glorious Artist on the all-weather, a horse that you've been able to win on before, course and distance. What's your opinion of him?
He's a nice horse. He's well suited in this grade. He's well suited on this surface. He's drawn a bit awkwardly, so that is not ideal, but just have to try and work out where we can be in the run and try and let him give us his best from there.
Doesn't look to be a whole lot of pace in the race. How does that look to suit him?
It's always dangerous when they say there's no pace in the race and you're drawn wide, you go forward and everyone else does as well. So we'll just see what happens when the gates open.
Picked up a treble on Wednesday night, including Champions Way. Must have been nice to throw a leg over a horse like that.
Yeah, it is. The more horses like that I can get my leg over, the easier my job becomes.